I'm excited. Another bike, another beautiful day in sunny South Florida. So why not get this bad boy out? As you guys know, I went to the Electrify Expo last weekend and I was really excited to hang out with the guys from HEYBIKE and see all the new offerings that they had. And to my surprise, they had a demo unit that they were willing to give me to do this review. So here, without further ado, is the HEYBIKE CityRUN. This is a brand new offering from HEYBIKE. As you know, we have the HEYBIKE Ranger, and the HEYBIKE Ranger is an awesome farm vehicle. We've been using it on the farm every single day. It hauls all kinds of stuff. So this is more of the Commuter version. This is a full frame bike. It's really nice, but it's not too big. Like, you can actually, a shorter rider can get on this. If you get a lower seat post also, this seat will go all the way down to the rack, and a really short person can ride this bike. Swept bars, which I'm really growing onto. I like this feeling when cruising. It's just really cruiser-esque. The rack on the back can handle a lot of weight. This thing can haul 300 pounds and has hydraulic disc brakes, which I am super pumped about. That is one thing that I think on any new e-bike at all should have those hydraulic disc brakes, considering the speeds that these are able to achieve and exactly what you can encounter in an emergency situation. So road going tires, as you can see, this is not a fat tire. It's not a super skinny tire, but it's a decent tire altogether. Good for the road. I wouldn't try to go, like, you know, to the beach or anything like that, or on the beach with it, I should say. You can go to the beach. But regardless, we're going to test it anyway on the sand because we've got a sand arena. So we'll test that. Provisions for a basket on the front. That's going to be really nice to be able to put some extra stuff on the bike. As you can see, typical stuff here. Shimano 7-speed gears, transmission in the back. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I switched out the pedals. Not that it makes a big difference. I switched out the pedals with some pedals that I had on another bike, just because I wanted to utilize them and I thought it looked cool. But either way, that's not going to change anything on this review about the bike itself. All of the other original equipment is there. Cool light in the back. It says HEYBIKE, and the actual HEYBIKE logo lights up. It's going to be kind of hard to show you, but we'll do it anyway. See if you can see. There you go. So it's lit up, and that's in the front as well, which I think is really cool. It's kind of like a daytime running light. So we'll turn that off, and it goes off. Really nice LED bright light that's selectable whether or not the bike is on or off right here on the handlebar, with turn signals as well. So you got your headlight, which we'll demonstrate here. Okay, and we got turn signals, which we'll demonstrate as well. There you go. Really cool. And in the back as well, we've got turn signals. So really a nice all-around unit, and a horn to go with it. Now the control here, you can see the display is really easy to read in the daytime or night. It is backlit. Got all your pertinent information, even motor watts, all of your pedal assist features, which we'll get into in the ride, voltage and battery level. So just an overall awesome bike, and I can't wait to take this thing on a nice cruise. The battery is integrated into the down tube, as you can see, so it doesn't stick out or show. It's down here. It's a bottom loading one. So you open it with the key, comes out, you pull your battery out if you want. Otherwise, you can leave it in there and charge it in the bike, no problem at all. It's got some cool little fenders that'll keep water and dirt off of you. And I think that pretty much covers the exterior and basic features of this bike. Now, again, this is a cruiser-esque bike. We're not looking for speed, we're looking for comfort, and we're looking for what I would say 20 to 30 miles at least on throttle alone. That way we can get to where we're going. This is a city bike. This is something you're gonna get if you live in a city, in a crowded place. You use a bicycle right now, but you'd rather have something that'll take you a little further so you're not winded by the time you get there and sweaty in your nice clothes. this is it. So let's go ahead and mount this thing, take it for a spin, and see what it's all about. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, suspension in the front too, that's fully adjustable. So that's kind of standard now on most of these bikes. So get ready, let's go for a cruise, and let's just see what this CityRUN is all about. Well guys, we're gonna go for a ride now, and I just wanted to show you guys another cool feature of this bike is it is Bluetooth enabled. So there's an app from HEYBIKE that you get, and it allows you to control the bike remotely, and it has some pretty decent features. One of which is a on and off. So as you can see, you don't have to use this. You can actually turn the screen on with this. There you go. So the bike turns on. If you don't do anything in 30 seconds, it will lock again. It also has the ability to turn on and off from proximity. You can set that up so that when you walk close to the bike, it turns on automatically. Really cool features on here. You can also personalize the entire experience with different pedal assist settings, change your mile per hour, kilometer readings, set a speed limit, change the lighting. It's really, really cool. So here's the assist strength. Just a lot of great functions built into this bike and built into this software. So we'll go ahead and take it for a ride now and see how it does. I'm excited to see, and come along for the ride. So the first thing I want to talk about is these pedal assist settings. You can see, if I pedal, it'll assist, but you don't have to pedal, you can use the throttle. But this lowest setting, which is on 1 out of 5, is great for slow speed. Like if you're in a walking environment, look at that, 3-4 miles per hour. That's perfect. That's like right at the walking speed. You're not going to get in anybody's way. You're not going to cause any problems in a crowded area. You can actually ride this bike slowly like that in a controlled manner. I like that. And then when you're ready to speed up, just turn it all the way up. Dirt road we're on right now, and we're getting up to speed now. As you can see, we're already right at 20 miles per hour. So 21 miles per hour, going over some bumps. Nice and smooth, actually. I like that. And then we're just gonna try the brakes just to make sure everything's good. Oh yeah, sliding stop, really nice. These brakes are awesome. They're hydraulic disc brakes. I love it. Okay, cool, onward. All right, we're cruising. As you can see, we're right at 22 miles an hour. That's the top speed on this bad boy. And the watt meter shows around 400 watts being used at that point. I'm pedaling just as a suggestion. It's not really doing much, just to keep things moving. I don't want to keep my thumb on this the whole time, and it gives my hands something else to do. So basics on this is a 48 volt bike, which is decent. That's like, I would say, industry standard at this point. And some of the newer stuff is going to be higher voltage, but 48 is totally fine for this type of commute, this type of use. So this bike is super smooth. I can tell you, I mean, it feels like the best cruiser that I've ever had, you know, just like an old Schwinn or something that's just nice and smooth and stable. Really does feel nice. It doesn't feel big at all. The bike weighs about 60 pounds, so it's not too heavy, but it's definitely not as light as, let's say, a mountain bike or something like that. But it definitely is cruiser weight. 60 pounds. Doesn't feel that heavy, honestly, when you're behind the handlebars. And with the brakes, forget it. You have no trouble with this bike. You can pedal this bike also. You don't have to use the pedal assist or the electric power. It pedals just fine. So we're gonna keep on cruising, but this thing is super smooth, man. I really like the way this bike feels. I think this is my new favorite cruiser, honestly. If it went a little bit faster, I wouldn't be too disappointed, but 22 miles an hour, that's just fine. We're class 2 range, and we're able to ride on the sidewalks without causing anybody to panic or get mad because we're going too fast. This is probably like road bike athlete speed, I would say, which I'm not in any way, shape, or form. So I am a 6 foot and 175 pounds, just for reference, and this bike is perfectly comfortable for me. We'll continue cruising. You can see we're at 53 volts right now, which is still a pretty fully charged battery. We're gonna do a 10-mile ride total today, and we'll see what that drops us on the battery meter. But I suspect it'll go probably 30 to 40 miles like this all day, depending on, you know, variables, the wind, your weight, stuff like that, incline. So anyway, the cruise continues. And the other thing, I want to mention that I do like about this is at this speed, at 22 miles per hour, my pedaling is actually not ghost pedaling. We're actually putting, it's got some pressure. So you can pedal and actually feel the bike, feel the feedback. It's not like you're just pedaling air, and continue to ride the bike at this cadence. It's a perfect cadence. They did their homework on this. I'm really impressed with this bike so far, HEYBIKE A1. And we're fighting some pretty decent wind here, and we're still managing that 21 miles per hour. So I'm pretty happy about that. It seems to be pretty rock solid, right in that 20 to 21 mile an hour range. So far, so good. All right. We have arrived at the first stop on our journey, and as you can see, we have full battery still, which is perfect. And I never saw it move at all. Really good. So we're gonna take a little break here, turn around and go back home, get the other 5 miles in, and see what it means. We're on our way back now, and we're going in the opposite direction clearly. Same speeds, 22, a little bit faster in this direction, I guess. Depends on the wind. I think that with the wind behind you, you're probably going to see 23, 24. So we're right at 23 now. Yep, if you pedal a little bit, there it goes, 23. So yeah, it depends on the wind, I'd say. This is not speed limited anymore. You can raise the speed limit, which we did. And so we're not hitting that anymore. But this seems to be about the speed it wants to stay at, 21, 22, really good. And here you can see just how stable this is. You can see I'm riding no hand. And I mean, it just, these big tires, these big wheels have good gyroscopic force. They want to stay going straight, so I like that. All right, we're almost back on the bumps again. It just takes it. The battery meter has not moved at all. We're approaching 10 miles, and it says I'm full. So I'm gonna go with probably more like a 40 to 45 mile an hour, or 40 to 45 mile range, even at full speed, 22 miles an hour. We're still holding at 22. It hasn't dropped off not even a little bit. So very impressive. Now I'm going to lower our gear, get into a lower gear, because we're going to go on this sand now. This is pretty soft sand. I'm just going to try it just to see what it can do. Let's see. Really soft, huh? Yeah. So definitely struggling, but it's maintaining. It's going. I definitely would not recommend, again, like beach sand. This is deep, soft sand. So it's capable though, so don't be afraid to go in that sand if you need to, but just be aware that it's definitely not designed to do so. All right, and we are back. There you go. So we made it. We're back. 10-mile ride, no sweat at all. Multiple terrains. As you can see, this thing is capable. It can do it. It's definitely for the road, but dirt roads, gravel roads, soft sand, not a problem at all. and the battery indicator did not move at all. We're still at 52.5 volts. I'd say that's a super win for range. 40 to 45 miles, absolutely for this, maybe even more, especially if you're pedaling. This is a really good option for city cruising and even rural areas where you're just gonna go, you know, farm to farm or go up to the store to get something really quick. Really impressive. HEYBIKE CityRUN. This is a winner in my opinion. I'm gonna keep riding this, and this is gonna be on the website. We hope to offer all the e-bikes you see in our reviews on our website. So if you're interested, go check it out. Go check out HEYBIKE, and also go check out horsepowerlogic.com for more information. And we will see you guys in the next one.